we're going to focus the majority of our time, the next 20, 25 minutes, talking about better trucks and how we see the disruption and the alternative that we can provide in this particular industry in the last mile parcel delivery, both for our customers and their customers, with a software-driven approach. We are, as I stated, an alternative brand to the large national prominent players here in the United States, and those are primarily FedEx and UPS. One of these sort of core principles that's been out for a very long time is this idea of unbundling. And so the idea is that you take a very large industry or a very long process, such as the customer buying process, and you unbundle that. You break that down into individual units of measure. And those individual units of measure or individual aspects or points along the journey are broken down into their own domains, and they're thought about from a customer standpoint, exclusive of the other pieces of the domain. And we work with and partner with a lot of these other partners who are, again, I would consider very much digitally native, such as folks in the visibility and the tracking side of things, as well as e-commerce fulfillment, as well as some of the shipping aggregator. Any configuration is, a lot of customers say, hey, I really need to ensure that my label is on the box, either from a branding standpoint, or there's a specific order ID that ties to our tracking ID. And so any configuration that's needed in terms of a label, if customers want to use their own label, if they want to use their own tracking numbers, we can support that. Not only are we scanning for traceability and auditability on the individual packages, but we're putting these packages into Gaylords. We have a custom labeling system for that, and we are tracking those packages inside of those containers so that at any point in time, we know not only where that package has been, but where it's at today. And in a similar way, we've created a custom driver application for our drivers as well. This in turn allows us to map their particular routes, as well as to ensure quality. If we can see that they haven't taken a proof of delivery image, or that the proof of delivery image is incorrect, we use Google Vision in order to ensure that this is a correct POD, or if it's not, we have to inform the driver that did not pass our appropriate control test.
Nice presentation. It was really interesting to hear from you. What was quite interesting for me was this focus on driver flexibility, so to the ability to onboard new drivers thanks to the technology, which is easy to use. How do you integrate this into an industry where parcel volume can change day by day, and we have, as we said, also the peak season or different periods during the year?
So we have some algorithms that run behind the scenes. Now we can see order data a couple of days in advance, and that helps us kind of feed the data models to determine how many actual drivers we need. Now, granted, the other sort of science here is how many of the people who say that they're going to stay up, or who say that they're going to sign up and drive and deliver for us actually show up on a day. So when a day we have 60 routes in a particular metro, how many are actually going to show up? Do we need to actually sign 70 up, knowing that only 60 will show up?
From what I understood, the consumers are checking the status of the parcel delivery very often, even 4 times. I guess it's on average, so there are guys who would be checking it even more than that. Wouldn't an automatic system of notification solve that?
Many brands don't want their carriers reaching out directly to their customers. And so, yes, we certainly have the capability, especially for brands who want it. And so how brands are typically doing this today, and Narvar is a great example of this. Narvar is a very, very popular tracking platform here in the United States, used by a lot of very large retail brands. We will send the tracking information to Narvar in real time. As part of the Narvar experience, or any tracking provider experience, you can see in these particular screenshots that the customer has the ability to subscribe to these updates. And so in many cases, it's kind of, they're two steps or two kind of parties removed from Better Trucks. Ultimately, they're getting the information from Better Trucks. We're just passing it to the tracking provider, and then the tracking provider, since they're the ones that have been sort of given the blessing to reach out to the customer, to have customer communications with the customer brand. They have the ability to sign up for it there.
Thanks, Mike.